This video is about the Abacus solver. So Abacus gives you an option in order to change the solver defaults. In order to change it, you should go to Step, Other, and General Solution Control. You can select the step from here, or you can go over Manager, and it gives you a warning. So make sure that you read it before continuing it. In here you have a few options, so I'm gonna explain a few of them and I will leave some of them for you to go over it. The most important one are time incrementation. So you might know by now that when you have 4 attempts in your solver, or 5 sometimes it gets to the 5, job will be aborted. The time that goes to the 5 one is here, so you can see you can change it just by selecting specify. You can set it at say 8 or 10 or whatever you want. And in this one you have the number of 4. So these are different error. When you have failure, divergence in your results, it's not only because of one, it can be from different reasons, and it can have different error of attempt. So if you sometimes you see that it failed at the 4th attempt, you can change it from here. If you see it's changed, it stopped at 5th one, you can change it from here. The documentation, Abacus documentation, give you explanation about it, so you can read them. And in some cases, like Abacus, if you have fixed incrementation, you need to change these values. So for example, if I go to this option for incrementation, you have automatic or fixed. If you have automatic, you need to change this value that I show it to you, but if you have fixed one, you might need to change these two values. So these are the number of iteration that it's Abacus tries to converge and it fails. You need to go over it. So one more thing is that also it's dependent on the quasi-static and full Newton process, so solution technique. I use quasi-static for some cases that the material changes suddenly, and it's a different way in order to get the Jacobian matrix. I can make a video out of it later, but just put in mind that these options are related to here. But if you're not dealing with this problem, just change the value of A here. If you're facing error, it means that you're coming from another part, and you need to watch a video that I explain about Abacus incrementation, and I upload it on YouTube. The other option that it is very tricky, and I would not recommend you to change it, but if you are under pressure, you probably need to give it a look. It's the residuals. So there's a background behind it that Abacus or any other solver uses some kind of methods like Newton-Raphson in order to get to results, and there is always an error in it, and if you get the error below that specific number, our results are acceptable and we can go for another increment. So you can, these errors are defined in here, depends on your solution. You can change them, but I would not recommend you to change them, because changing them makes show you the results. It can give you the ODB file, but the results are not accurate at all. I mean, if you change it from a 1e minus 8 to, for example, 1.2 minus 8, doesn't change much, but if you change it significantly, the results that you will see, it's not gonna make sense. It's not acceptable. There are other part of it you can change, and you can give it a look and the Abacus documentation. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and in this next video I'm gonna show you how you can install plugins.